Oops. Hi, everybody. It's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. I'm just having a couple of camera things here. I don't know what's going on. But we're so glad you're here. We're a few minutes late because I was finishing up one of the last few samples for the holiday retreat that I need to finish. No one's with us, Pam.
It says live, but so far.
You can see me though?
No, I can't. So far it says golden ticket still.
Oh, we got viewers. We're in the right spot. All right, you guys, I'm super excited for this. I'm live today, obviously, and we are doing a book cover, but in this specific case, it's a journal cover because I'm using a blank journal. I'll show you in a minute. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm live in the Golden Ticket group. This is our first live tutorial in there using Partridge Lane. If you purchased 4 items from us from the holiday release, you are cordially invited to join us. It is totally free of charge. It's not too late to join. Everything will be available on replay for 30 days while Facebook allows it before they record it. So I'm going to do the tutorials a week apart so that you have that week to make the project. So hopefully that helps a little bit. So it's not too late at all. I don't know, maybe it's my little stool that's wonky. Something, oh, that helped a little bit. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to use, this was my favorite paper from the Andy Skinner release a couple of months back. And it's called, Oh, the Place You'll Go. I think that's a typo, but I'm not sure, but maybe that's what he meant to have. And then I'm using this stencil, which is called Bohemia, maybe? Something like that. It's under products used in this week's live. Tracy, you're pending? I added you. That's weird. Let me look. And then, of course, this is, I don't know why my phone does that all the time.
Oh, Deb's home recouping. Hope the surgery went well, Deb. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Shane.
Okay, Tracy, you're in there. I thought I added you. I'm so sorry.
Sherry, Deb.
Oh, I love that paper too. I know there's advantages and disadvantages of both platforms. What I like about the other platform is that the video will always be there, which, you know, is really important. And then all my wording I put on this manila colored cardstock. So I have some wording prepared that I may or may not use. And there's stuff on the back of it, but I'm only using one side, so that's totally fine. Probably going to be using the Conservatory Labels mold. I don't know, Pam, if you want to add that, Conservatory Labels. And then let me just turn the camera over so that you can see. I think I'm using White Swan, Tarnished Pearl, Old 57, I think. So those are all the things that I have pulled at least. I've got me a plate. Way too many things. Way too many. All right. Let me slide this forward a little bit. Okay. So there's a couple of reasons that I'm using this. At Michael's, they have these sketchbooks, journals, whatever you want to call them. They're really inexpensive. And this is the largest one. It's by Artist Loft. I haven't looked for them in a while, but they're still there. I'm sure they are. It measures 8 3/4 inches by 11 inches. So it is perfect for rice paper. But you could use smaller books and go like, if you purchase, there's an A3 size 4-pack of this, which makes this paper the perfect size for a smaller book. So do we have those, Pam? You're grabbing them, aren't you?
No,
I think they're A5.
I was putting conservatory labels up.
Oh, that's right.
So there's a group of 4 of them?
Yeah, there should be a 4-pack or an 8-pack or whatever.
It's not in the newest group though, right?
Yeah, it's in that, the one you haven't separated yet. It's hanging right here, Pam. It's right there.
Right here?
Wherever those, it's in, oh no, the other one. Must be the one that you had first, or is that
No, that's
what I have for snow globes? And it's there, I promise. So what I've done is this has a gray cover, and I want to go light so that my paper's nice and bright. So I did a coat of white gesso, and then I'm going to use white paint. So is that perfect? The whole bundle is perfect. So what's cool about this is the 8-pack with all 8, and then they're A5, which is really nice for a small journal. So it's an A3 paper, but when you put the 8 on there, they're A5. And then I have them in A3, and these would be beautiful on any of the canvases. This is my second favorite one. That might be my second favorite one. Anyhow, those I have in A3 and A4. Oh, here's the 4-pack then. These would be perfect. Here's one of them. Let's see here. We may have, and then here's the other one. So lots of options. Thanks, Tammy. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to get a coat of White Swan on here first. And then we're just going to look at how to transform this pretty simply, sorry, Luna, into something that you could use. Oh, here are the pages. It's just journal, sketchbook, whatever. They're like under $10. They're really a great value. So I've got gesso on the spine and the back too, but I'm only going to paint the front and the spine just so you guys don't have to sit through that. But by putting that gesso on there, it makes it so that I could cover that in one coat. What you want to stay away from if you're doing something like this is don't buy a red one, because you know how hard red is to cover. So I just finished one of the 2 snowmen for the retreat. So those samples are half done. So I got 1 out of 2, but the smaller one will go quickly. The stocking sample's been done. The house sample's done. All I have left to do are the ornament samples. So that's fun. And while I was gone last week, I made a pretty big business decision, and I changed all of my IOD pricing to reflect minimum MSRP. And for the time being, I have free shipping on orders with a subtotal of at least $50. but it excludes all DIY paint products. So DIY paint doesn't allow us to do that. It's part of our agreement. And if there's DIY paint in the order, I'll just have to invoice for that portion of the order. But so it's like, it's confusing, but which is why I haven't done anything like that for a long time. But I figured it's worth it to be able to offer something like that. So the $50 is limited, but I will have a free shipping threshold moving forward that will be permanent. But I'll worry about when this one ends. So it's I had the loyalty program, which is what limited me from doing some other things that I could have done. So my solution was to give everybody the opportunity to save without a coupon code. So for the loyalty program, you were sent a coupon code and you had to keep track of that. But the new pricing is going to make sure that you always get that discount. So navigating a business is tricky, for sure. I mean, without question. And it requires the business owner to have to pivot. And so I'm pivoting, y'all. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Shane. Do you want to get, I'll show you guys if you, do you want to grab the little snow girl? So I promised when I said I was going to do snow people in the retreat that it would be a style that I've never done before. My word is everything to me. Those of you who know me know that it's a pet peeve of mine when I don't follow through. So if I don't follow through, it's because I forgot, not for any other reason. So it's pretty bright. So this is her. Hopefully you can see it. It's a little bit bright on there. I love her. She's pretty cute.
She's adorable.
Oh, thank you, Deb. And I don't say any of that for that reason. And I know you guys don't think that. It's explaining what the new policy is. And, you know, the minute you stop doing something, I learned this when I was an activities director of a big high school here in Michigan for 10 years. And the minute you make a change, it's viewed as taking something away. So I've got to dry this. And it was really hard to get the students to see that that isn't at all what was happening. It was a pivot. It was a change. And unless, you know, the board office made a decision that made us take something away, you know, we wouldn't have done that. So I think that's always in the back of my mind as I've been programmed through that position to think that way. And so it was, how can I make a change that's good for my business and still honor my friends, my customers, you know, and this is what I came up with. Okay, I got CLP and this beauty. My book is a little different size. It's a little shorter, tad wider, but that's okay. What's important to me is to make sure that that balloon is on there. So I'm going to lose a little bit of the bottom doing so. And then I'm going to run right up to pretty much to that outside edge. So we're sitting pretty good. But I don't want the balloon to not be on this. So that is the method to my madness. So CLP. And this is a fairly large surface. So I'll get it on there and then just do another once over.
Mondays joining us from South Africa.
Yep. Where it is probably spring for them. If we're going into fall, she's got to be going into spring.
Oh, yeah, because she said it was winter a couple
Yep.
months ago. You're right.
Which is when they start doing that crazy electrical shearing stuff. Oops, one of that. Smooth this out. Perfect. That felt jobby madoo thingamabob. So I got, let me think,
It's better than
one
better.
coat of gesso on here. 1.5, I'd say. And then the coat of white swan and the coat of clear liquid patina. So I'm getting a little bit of bowing. You can flip your book over when you're done and flatten that back out or put heavy weights on top of it. In my case, that would be paint cans. Some clear liquid patina on here. This release that Andy Skinner did for Decoupage Queen was my favorite. The colors and the subject matter. If you haven't had a chance to look, if you go under rice papers or if you just type in the search bar Andy Skinner, all of those papers will come up. And the colors are just totally in my wheelhouse for sure. Leave that aside for a second. Take my heat gun. And this would work obviously for a regular book, but you needed it to be larger so that the paper would fit. Like a dictionary would be really cool. And then it would stand too. So I just didn't want to lose much of the overall feel of this paper. Oh my gosh, where did that just come from? What? There's hot glue on my heat gun. And I
Well, that's weird.
don't know. I'm going to switch to the other one. Remove this. I got the little one sitting here. This one. I haven't opened up either of the new ones yet, and I should. That was bizarre. There's hot glue right here. I must have had some hot glue on my glass. And the heat from the nozzle must have reactivated it.
You can smell it.
Well, it started burning then too. I have to get my little sander. Yeah, that was crazy. And let me tell you, it was hot. My finger's letting me know that.
You touched it?
Yeah, because that's your natural instinct is to, like something's on there. I need to grab it and get it off. So it's way over time for me to swap out this sandpaper. It is pretty dull. I forgot. I knew, but if you don't do it,
Here, you want this one, or is that gonna be way too tough?
that's what was on here. It'll be good. Better than one that's all coated with cruck.
Hello, Judy. Londe said, I think it's still winter.
Oh, really?
Said we had a sunny day on September 1st. After that, cooler weather. Lots of rain again. I love winter. You got to be close to spring, I think.
Well, at least you love winter.
Yeah. Our winters must not be as crazy as our winters, huh?
I do like the changing seasons, but only for the first snowfall. I love fall. Fall's always the prettiest weather in Michigan. Are we in fall? Not technically, are we?
Nope, September 22nd. I think.
Yeah.
In about a week.
Sanding, I could be sanding some of the actual base cover that was on here. And that's fine. It just makes it even more absorbent for whatever I go in with after. Now it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to be this edge right here.
We have the binding edge.
Yeah. And I could go in with water. See if I can just weaken it this way. Could always paint over the top of it, which is a strong possibility. I love that papery edge on here.
Papery.
Yeah, fibery, papery. Oh. It's pretty just like this. You could just call it done.
Yes, you could.
Okay, I'm going to use Big Top on here. Want to get it protected. Oh, we know that that is not going to open without a cover your ears.
The winters are cold, but not as cold as ours.
Do you get snow?
With the snow, not as cold as yours with the snow. I think she said she did get a little.
Yeah,
bit
I
of
thought
snow.
they did get a little
Flowers
snow.
are starting to bloom in my garden. Oh, spring is coming then. And the wild birds come for the food.
Oh my God, I had a dentist
Yes, it
appointment
is,
yesterday.
And
On the monitor, they had like exotic animals, and they had some of the prettiest birds and stuff that I've ever seen. And I'm like wondering, where are those? Like, where do you go see that stuff? You see it in the US? Oh,
it wasn't saying where they were from.
no. Mm-mm. Yep, Andy Skinner. I love, this is my favorite. But then there's Two Sisters that I really like. And all of these would make gorgeous canvas bags. So I've been asked about getting some of the ITD papers back in, and my intention was to get them back in, but I don't know what's going on with tariffs, so I'm afraid to. I've got to do some research. So that's what the holdup's been. They come from Poland, but that's where those beautiful autumn papers were from, was ITD. I'm also wanting to design some papers. So I've got to figure all of those things out. Okay, let me think about, I want to use old 57 on the spine. Am I like crazy if I do that? Like
No,
colorful
pull that out.
crazy?
They get a little snow in Cape Town, but on the mountains. So
Oh, all right, that's clogged.
Do you want old 50? Oh, you got it already.
Yeah. Whoa. Good enough. We just got to clean up this top. I can tone it down if I need to. I've got big top on there, so. So the fall shows all started. I know Pam and you and I talked about
This week and
Doc.
next week, they're coming. High Potential and Doc and there's a new one. Oh, wait a minute, is it the 18th yet? No, Black Rabbit with Jason Bateman. It looks so good.
He does creepy stuff anymore.
It's gonna be a good one.
Wasn't he in Ozark?
Yes, he was. It's supposed to be like Ozark, really good.
I don't know. Sometimes I have to think too much with those shows. My little pea brain can't handle it. I'm happy with my choice. So I'll bring the old 57 totally onto the back as well.
Kathy Pierce, yeah, we live in New Orleans, Londe. We don't usually get snow, but this winter we did. That's so funny that people that get snow and they love it. That don't,
I know.
You know, that don't ever have it.
It's funny how some states it just paralyzes them. But how fun if you never got snow and you were a kid and you got to build a snowman.
Oh, Vivian said Ginny and George is coming out again.
Oh, it is?
It's got to. The way it left off. You need to know something.
I lied and I said that I wasn't going to do the back, but I'm going to only because I have so much paint sitting here. Tip this a little. Can I set it on? Dangerous because I don't want it to rip that. And I won't leave the back just old 57. It'll get stenciled so that it's pretty. Way too small of a brush for this job.
Well, you've been through many a snowstorm if you're from Chicago, Kathy.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
Oh, the season is not coming out yet, but they're writing it for Ginny and Georgia. It's in the works.
I don't know. When I read how old everybody was, I was so surprised. I mean, obviously, you knew they weren't the ages that they portrayed, Ginny and Marcus, but I didn't expect them to be like in their mid-20s.
Just like Outer Banks, they played teenagers too, and they're all much older.
Well, Beverly Hills 90210, weren't they like way older than what they played?
Gosh, that goes way back.
Yeah.
Probably.
That was such a popular show. What was the one that the Family of Five? Oh, what's her name?
Dallas, no.
No, that really goes back.
30-something? No.
No, go wait. Oh, can't think of her name. The girl from the Hallmark Channel, Lacey Chabert. She was on it. What was that one that she started on? Or am I thinking of the wrong, or was it the other girl that was on 911? She may have started in the show I'm thinking of.
Oh, it was about a family of 5.
Yeah, the parents had passed away, and so the kids were raising the family. It might have been called Party of 5.
Oh, there you go. That sounds familiar.
Somebody's got to know what I'm talking about.
Everwood?
Nope. Thank you for playing.
Thank you for playing. Party of 5, Vivian said, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for playing.
We have some consolation prizes for you. All right.
Lacey was on that Party of 5, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lacey. Okay. I'm not totally nuts.
Oh
Oh my God, that was so popular. Can I get a sheet of parchment paper, pretty please? I just did not want to waste all that paint, you guys. But now I have to be careful. I can't lay it on the dirty glass or it's going to pick up a bunch of crap. After my heat gun started acting weird, I bought 2 new ones. Yeah, what am I using? My embossing gun. And the heat gun that's just totally not working right. Not sure what I'm saving them for. Whoops. Whoops. 35. I love it when I'm accidentally right. All right, so I'm just going to lay this down
So I can look that one up.
and hope that I didn't mess up the front cover. I love that choice. All right, now I'm going to, you know that, oh, it might have just got a little opening. There we go. I want to do the inside lip and then this part as well. A little bit's getting onto the cover of the book. That's a good thing. This is like the exact color. So that lip, I know you're not going to be able to see, but I'm just running my brush along the edge, realizing it could get on the last couple of pages. And that's a price I'm willing to pay.
Oh my God. Lonnie's rescue dog was trying to bite your hand as you were moving the heat gun
Oh, you're kidding.
on the TV, on the screen.
That's hysterical. So I've got that lower edge, like I said, even though I got it on the pages. I don't like when that's missed. And then I'll get this edge. I'm pretty positive that sandpaper got get that corner. Maybe.
Cheryl Hayden says hello. Hey there.
Hello. Thanks for being here. And then there's that little lip down here as well. And I'm definitely getting paint on the pages. So I could splatter paint on them. I could literally paint the edges. I can ignore it. All the above. So I'll show you. Hold on. Like that, right there. It just finishes everything. And then just get this top part here. And I would have to flip it over and do the other side as well. I'm not going to. And realize that when you go to the back cover, you're going to have that border on there too. Like that's just part of it. Baby wipes, Pam. I see them.
Do you see them?
Yep. I should dry this. If I don't dry it, it will smear instead of wipe back. I have not given much thought at all to what I'm doing on the spine. Just a little thought, so we'll see. So blending that in still gives, you know, the color, but without having the abrupt edge. It goes a little bit in right there, but I don't know that I'm upset about that. Kind of like it. Again, you could totally leave it like this. Part of me wants to seal this.
Do it.
I'm not sure I need to. Yeah.
Don't do it.
I know, right? So next is thinking about the transfer. So I do love it like this. Transfer, stencil. But what I want to do is just bring in some texture, and I'm not going to bring it in everywhere. So this is the Bohemia stencil by Diva Designs. And I'm going to line it up to the edge. Remember, there's Big Top on here. And I'm going to use Prairie Gray, of course. But I need to tip it over for a minute. So I'm going to use Prairie Gray and Old 57 and Tarnished Pearl. I think Tarnished Pearl. I might be making a mistake. It could be crinoline that I should be using. But I'm not going to, and then this is the stencil that I'll use everywhere else. On the spine. All right, let's see if I can get enough of this out of here now. And why am I squandering this Prairie Gray? Do we know? Do I not have it?
I'm not sure.
Do I not have any in the bottle? Yeah, I think this is pretty much history. I think, yeah. I think it's I think it's done.
Oh, you get one open. Maybe you don't. Maybe that's why.
What's everybody up to?
Kind of got all mixed in here, so I'm not sure if you have
if I ever prairie gray or not. All right, I'm going to leave it turned upside down. And I can, would you grab me crinoline while you're in there? Is that prairie gray?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Finish up these crinoline. I think we were just trying to finish up those bottles from.
Okay. All right. When you layer the colors, you want to dry in between.
You working hard, Sherry? Sitting at her desk working.
I am
You're
offloading.
like a multitasker.
Get this right
I used to be a much better multitasker
Yeah.
than I am these days. Used to be like a superpower. Not so much anymore.
Not much on here at all. You hear the noise, you can tell I'm more swirling than dabbing. I'm thinking here what I want to do.
Curry mince. Ooh, do you use a lot of curry? Curry there, Londe? It's nearly 2,300 cooking curry mince for tomorrow.
I'm mostly dabbing here, partially because that's a divot. And I don't want to shift my stencil. So because I didn't seal that, there is no option for me to wipe back. I'm just going to slide this. Let me see here. And like that. I feel like I want to get a little bit darker here. Okay, what's the spine look like? It actually looks pretty good. Okay. Now I need to dry this. I'd love to reuse that brush, but it won't layer then. It will just kind of give me just a muted color of prairie gray. Huh. So everything can wipe back except for where I have the old 57. Yeah, I think it's crinoline, not tarnished pearl that I need. Oh, here's one. I'm like, why can't I see my stencil brushes?
Do you see them? I put like 3
yeah.
in there.
The question is, what color next? I'm going to do Old 57 next. Line this back up. Here we go. I want to go heavier around the edge. Slide this down. Where is the here? No. Why can't I figure it out? Here. Yes. So we're getting things to pull away, you know, like recess into the background. That's why the colors. Hold on, I just got to find where this lines up. Okay. Slide it down because it's not quite long enough. Pull that in a little more. Okay. Now I'm going to be doing crinoline. I have to use another stencil brush again.
You see lots of brushes today.
I know. And then last one's going to be crinoline.
Joan. Oh yay, late again. Better late than never, Miss Joan.
Let's see if this one's gonna work for me. Maybe. Okay. Lining this up is not nearly as difficult as I'm making it look. So here's crinoline. And this is not the best stencil brush. And I'm going to do heavier in the center, and that will make this fade away and leave it darker on the edges. So this stencil brush is kind of stiff, so I'm not making great contact. But see how that like pushes it back into the recesses? Let's get that edge a little bit better. That's better. Okay, now we're back over here. Want to get the cream part pretty heavy on the outside. Gosh. Try and get that in there. Oh, I know why. Never mind.
What you talking about?
I know. No clue, Pam. No clue. There we go. Okay. That is so cool looking. Isn't it cool looking?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm oohing and eyeing. And I love that it's a journal, so you can do like whatever you want on the inside. We're gonna wipe some of this back. But when you layer a stencil, you get so much depth. Oh, real quick. Let's go here. And I'm just going to use, it's not going to matter what part of this. Just going to use this right there. Should have kept the stencil brush. Do you see another one? Oh, here's one. Thanks, Pam. I'm just using the crinoline. Come on. I can't get the lid off. Can you get the lid off? I can't let this go or I'll lose my spot. Thank you.
Was it off already once?
Yeah, but I put it back on because, you know, it's the only thing I'm literally going to take care of is that.
Gotcha.
Oops, and down.
Thanks, Deb.
So this will continue on the back, just not on camera. That looks cool. I'm going to wipe back before I seal. And not necessarily completely, but to soften that so it looks much less deliberate. And I certainly don't want this to take away from the balloon. It's not wiping back as good as it should, which is weird. It's actually pilling. So I may not have done a good job of getting sealer on that part. So what I'm going to have to do is take this back. That's not cream. This is cream colored. Where's my paper towel? So I'm going to line this back up. It's almost always a solution. Do I have it switched? I think I do. Yep. Nope. Yep. There we go. Line this back up and hit all of that with crinoline to tone it down. I think I'm pretty happy with all of that. I like this up here by the balloon. You just pull some of this back more so it's off there we go, off the page. There, I like that. Big top time.
It is pretty, isn't it, Linda? Thank you. Thank you, Marta.
So I obviously, when I sealed it, didn't get a very generous coat of sealer up there, or I would have been able to wipe back fairly cleanly. And I would seal all of that. I'm not going to do that right now. And then that just leaves if I want to add any wording. I love everything, all the decisions conveniently worked out. I love the old 57 heavier there. I think that was the perfect stencil to use. Now I just have to figure out if I want to do any of these things. Do I have, yeah, we'll see. Very carefully because I don't want to mess that up. Charlie, how are you? I'll probably need to trim it a bit more. Stupid to be doing this on top of fresh paint. I need to trim this just a little tighter. Assuming I can figure this out, because I'm doing it upside down. All right, this is not cut straight. I'm just gonna trim it straight and I'm gonna have to use scissors. And you have to switch. Where's the other one? Where did I just put that paper at, Pam? But I just finished.
What paper?
Look, the cardstock. Yeah, all the places you'll go. I had extras. Nope. Can't make this stuff up.
Just over to the
Losing
right
stuff.
by your hand?
Nope. Looks
Oh,
like
come
that.
on.
I know. Oh, here it is. Fell on the floor.
Oh, it fell way over
All right.
the floor.
I feel better. So this one's too wide. I've got to go to a smaller one.
Ooh, that's really pretty in person now that I'm looking at it. It's even prettier.
All right. Because the spine is a little narrower, I've got to go to
Colors are beautiful. It
a
looks good.
smaller font.
Beautiful, Lisa.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this should fit. Yeah, if I trim it a little more, it'll fit. Get my pressing. This might be walnut. No, vintage photo. I must have just re-inked it because it's juicy. It'll go on there. I think that'll go on there. Hold on. The other thought, this, which is going to be too wide, and it looked dumb anyhow. You don't have to have anything on there, but that's the other thing is I like, kind of like this on here. It's where I might do it. or I have that, and my journey. And a memoir. And if this were painted the right colors, this probably would be cool. I just don't know yet. Part of me really likes that on there. But I'll figure it out and I will post pictures. Should I put the label, what do you think, on the front or on the spine? What are your thoughts? This one. This one would need to be painted, but it would look really cool if it were painted.
You made decisions.
I know. It is. It's a very tough call. Let's see if you guys have any thoughts on the matter. So I'm just painting this.
Thanks for the hearts.
On the front.
On the front, Monta says. Who else? Anybody? Anybody? Kathy, I like the front. Front, Deb Campo.
Oh, I have one more thing to do too.
On the front.
Okay. I'm going to get that on here. And then we're going to use the magnesia powder, which I almost forgot.
I forgot about the magnesium powder you were going to use.
And I'm going to want to tack this down fairly well. Because it's going to get some wear and tear. Okay. Magnesia powder really gives it that aged feel. So I'm going to use that with clear liquid patina. And I'm just going to put the clear liquid patina right on my glass top here because I don't know where else to put it. You want it to be wet. Sometimes I just let it hang out and don't smush it down. It just adds another element to everything. I think I just got to put some, get some right in there. And that I'll just leave like that. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'll zoom in. If you're trying to make things old world, it really helps do that. So it just adds a little something, you know, to it. That's where it's kind of more smushed in. I could blow on it. I could wipe it off more if I want to. So it just depends on the look that you're going for.
I love it.
But that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will be live at 1 o'clock in the Golden Ticket group. And we're using Partridge Lane. And then 4 o'clock, we'll be doing a tile. So I hope to see you guys then. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.